Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It's around 5:30 in the evening, Tuesday, June 21st, 2022. 88 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 31% humidity. It's actually not real bad. Come on, 31 degrees Celsius. So I don't know what's going on with my phone. None of my videos turned out earlier. Hopefully this one will. I rebooted and whatnot, so pay attention to the road, not the wildlife. Anyway, let's see. I didn't watch the Grandbrats today because they went to their the older ones went to their grandparents' house over the weekend up to the farm, and then Granddad came down with some cold symptoms and did a test and came up positive for the bug. So the older boys are in quarantine. The younger ones, meh. We'll see if the older ones get anything, but you know, to be safe, I'm not around any of them. So I did go over and do my Tutor Tuesday, but there were other kids there, and oh man, it was hectic. So what video I got really wasn't usable. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm going to go home and see what all my brother has gotten done. I came out today to make my coffee, and he's like, "What do you want to do with this stuff?" I'm like, "What stuff?" He's like, "All this stuff that was out here next to the shed." And I looked out the window. I said, "You mean like all the stuff I had right out here?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I don't know. It all had a place, you know." Well, he's like, "I put the foam insulation back with the other wood and stuff in the back." And I'm like, "No, it can't be there because the slightest breeze it'll blow away. That's why it was where it was at." Just, you know, all kinds of, like, you know, what about this? What about this? What about this? Well, it had a home. It had a place, you know. I don't know. He thinks he's going to fit his trailer in there or something. I was just like, it had a place. You need to find, if you don't want it there, find a secure place to put it. I mean, there's a couple of coils of 1-inch copper tube. I don't know how much it's worth, but money value isn't the point. I have it for art stuff. I'm not using it at the moment. I know this. I don't have to be using it at the moment. I have it for when I want it. He has this thing that, you know, if I'm not using it right then it's trash. So and then he takes stuff that I'm throwing away and he pulls it all apart. He keeps a little itty bitty part. Or just, I don't know. It's one of those things of having to deal with another person in your life who doesn't think the same way you do. So I had 2 skateboard decks sitting on the porch. Just the decks. They didn't have any trucks or anything on them, and they were beat up. Excuse me. I had ideas in my head for painting on them. And then he happened to mention one day that he gave them to the kid at the other end of the park to do something with. I was like, you gave away my skateboard decks? Well, yeah, you weren't using them. It's like, I wasn't using them at the moment, but I had them for a purpose. I don't know. The one thing he was asking me, okay, I kind of get that. I have a foot locker that was in the front room. It was the last thing of mine, really, that was in there. And it had charcoal and camping stuff in it. He's like, what do you want to do with all this stuff? It had a home. You know, I don't know. Find a place out in the shed to put that trunk. You know? Other than that, I don't know. Just little things. I mean, it's nothing major, nothing to get like bent out of shape about. As long as like he hasn't gotten rid of my stuff, like he did with those decks. Like come around and tell me, you know, oh, I gave that copper to the scrap guy. No, him and I'll be going roundy round. So, anyhow. I don't know, just, there's all kinds of stuff there, like, you know, there's a big 5-gallon bucket of railroad spikes. I had asked on Facebook or something if anybody has some railroad spikes. I needed like 1 or 2 for a project. And I ended up with like a 5-gallon bucket and 2 big coffee cans, plastic coffee cans, full. I took them. What am I going to do with them? I don't know. But maybe something, sometime. There's a couple of ideas in my head. Just, you know, actually getting around to doing it. So anyway, I think I go Thursday. I'll go to watch the boys, and then the daughter's going all next week. She's leaving Friday and won't be back until the following Saturday. She actually had to extend her trip because of stuff going on at work. So yeah, that's a thing. And so yeah, next week Sassy's got some sort of church summer camp thing going on, so I probably won't be going over there for that. So I'm basically going to have the better part of a week off to do nothing with. We'll see. Hopefully I'll get the brakes fixed on the brat buggy this weekend, and so I'll be, you know, I can take it out and not be worried about it breaking down. Maybe, I don't know. Depends on what the weather's going to be like. I'd like to get out and do some camping, but you know, gas prices the way they are, I can't get real far, and it's the wrong time of year really to be out camping. So if I can get up in like southeast Georgia on the water, and the temperatures are moderate in the evenings, we'll see. But I can't be sleeping if it's 80 degrees outside. It's just, you know, it's not comfortable for me. especially trying to sleep in the back of this, and I'm not even set up. So that's probably not going to happen. I mean, I still have this table behind me, so that's a project I might tackle next week. I've also got to finish up at the house, so maybe I'll buckle down and get through a couple of those other boxes, get the floor space cleaned up, and be able to get this in the house. Excuse me. That may be the best plan to go for. Anyhow. Let's see. Anything else really going on? Not particularly. It's going to affect my vlog videos. Either like I have to figure out a way to go out and talk. I seem to talk better in the car. I've done a few like dialogues at my desk or whatever, but what was I thinking? Yeah. I think better when I'm driving, I think. Plus, my desk is still super chaos. I've cleaned my chair off 2 or 3 times now and ended up putting stuff back on it. Excuse me. I need a bin to put stuff in. And that's a convenient spot to keep the bin. So that's what's going to be going on there. Whoa, that's a nice pallet box. Hang on, y'all. Alrighty, that's a shame. That was all like 1/4 inch, very light, 1/4 inch thick plywood. But fortunately, it's all cracked and busted up. So it's not worth me busting my back to get it up on top of the truck. 2 sheets of plywood like that would almost do one of the walls at the house. Ooh. Like to blow my eardrum out. I guess there's a child safety alert.
Missing endangered adult. More info https://bit.ly/3odd57kc. If you have info, call 911.
Missing adult. Okay. Anyway, I guess I'm going to get out and go see what they have in Hope's closet. And we'll finish this up later. See y'all in a bit. Alrighty then. By now I probably have the short haul that I just did. Put up the haul video. There's a couple of items that I picked up at Hope's Closet, which is a thrift store. I really didn't need the cup at all. Actually, I didn't need the stove. But for $10, I'll figure out something to do with it. Even if I just use it around the house. There is a problem. There's a problem getting that butane fuel sometimes, but I've got, I don't know, 8 or 10 bottles of it, so I'll see if there's an adapter I can put on that too. Anyhow, I don't know how an adapter would work, because that has a lock and all that. There's good stuff, but we'll see. Regardless, make my way on home. A couple of traffic lights away. Sassy's mom sent me home with dinner. It smells incredible. Meatball casserole. So I have no idea. We'll find out when I eat it, but I may ask her for the recipe or the instructions for it. We shall see. She asked me last week. We did the craft, and it was on a day that I had dinner at the daughter's house. And she said that she wants to send me home with dinner on nights that I come over there. So that's a neat little trike. I don't know if you got to see that. So that works. I mean, I'm not looking for anything to do this. I enjoy teaching, or I enjoy doing crafts. It's actually, like I tried telling her today, it has kickstarted my muse, kickstarted my creativity. I've done several things now, and several things that I don't think that I would have actually taken on if I hadn't been doing the tutoring. Just because I was in a slump, you know. So and I've got a bunch of ideas. A bunch of ideas that I want to take on, and like this table back here, you know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get that taken care of. And yeah, I know some of y'all are saying, like, you know, you have to stop. You're not going to have any room. I get that. I have an idea of where this will go. If it doesn't go there, then I'll either sell it or put it on the curb. It didn't cost me anything, you know. Maybe a couple dollars worth of paint by the time I'm done. But if nothing else, it'll be fun. It's just like, you know, the shirts that we painted last week. They didn't turn out all that great, you know. But the kids had fun doing it, and that's the point. So, excuse me. I should not be tired. I think I got a blast of cold air as I pulled into the neighborhood. Anyway, we are coming up on the end of today's ride. So, let me know what you think, folks. Thumbs down, thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Wherever did y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Salachi, y'all. Bye. One of my neighbors was walking by right where I needed to get.